What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to episode 3 of my Road to Max Ironman series. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter because I want to talk about some updates that are being going on to the channel for the month of November. Besides November being the month of my birthday, which is November 29th, it also is the month that Hardcore Ironman is going to be released on RuneScape, which basically gives you one life before your account gets resorted back to an Ironman status. The only difference is you get a blood red icon and you get blood red armor, and it looks really cool, and a chance at the high scores to make it to the top page, because guess what? The Hardcore Ironman series is going to have a brand new high score table where every character is going to start at level 1. So it's going to be a rat race to the top, and we'll see how far we get there before we die. Once you die in Hardcore Ironman mode, your score on the high score is frozen forever, and your account continues back as regular Ironman. So a lot of people are going to be trying to go for a max level before they die, and then they can secure that spot forever, or people will go for max level. Who knows what can happen. But it's going to make for some very interesting content, because every single boss fight is going to have to be very carefully selected, and we're not just going to run into the wilderness and do lava dragons or any fun stuff like that, because it's going to be very dangerous, and I don't want to die at 30 total levels without even attempting anything. But the long-term goal on that account is going to be to get barrel gloves, full barrel items, high-level PVM gear, and eventually do some bossing and late-game content. But before we get into that, there is also going to be released on the PlayStation 4, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know, the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare with Modern Warfare Remastered. That's what I'm really looking towards, because that's the game that got me into video editing and YouTube altogether. Because back in 2010, I used to play a lot of Call of Duty, and previous to that, I used to play a lot of RuneScape. So for me, the month of November is going to be full of nostalgia and good memories, because I'm going to be playing both games. So you're going to see me destroy kids on PS4, as well as destroy monsters in RuneScape. And so that's going to make for some very interesting content, and we'll stay tuned for that. This is probably going to wrap up my Ironman series on the FE Raven account for now. But I'll always have this account, and I'll progress it on the back burner, maybe as a Zerker Ironman or something. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, but I'm just going to leave this in the back burner for now, because I truly, really want to get that blood red armor. And mostly, honestly, it's for that chance at the high scores. When you're really young, you looked up the high scores and you saw everybody at the top, you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do it now. Now, as you guys can tell, the main difference between episode 2 and episode 3 is the tier of quests that we're completing. So we're wrapping up quests like Dragon Slayer, finishing up almost quests like Hero's Quest, Fremnic Trials, and all these other endgame quests like Desert Treasure, which will be coming up shortly, due to the fact that once we start unlocking all these things, we get access to a plethora of items that we would not be able to get as regular Ironman otherwise. So I strongly suggest you guys do questing right off the bat when you get your account, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on my Hardcore Ironman. So what I'm doing over the next couple days is I'm making my plan of attack as to what kind of content I want to release right off the bat with this video series. The Hardcore Ironman series is basically going to be a fresh start for me, and I'm going to use what I learned from making these last couple episodes as a learning experience to dish out top quality content and make these videos as interesting as possible as we can. Let me know what your thoughts are below on what I just said, and I hope to catch you guys my first Hardcore Ironman episode, and I'm totally excited for the Call of Duty that's coming out shortly. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and peace out for now.